face I see in my dream.
Go a little bit into a game. Let's do a little version of this or that high school edition.
Yay.
And again, guys, you can play along.
Please play along.
Yes, please play along. Shout as loud as you can. Shout so loud that you feel like we can hear it through the screen, through your speakers, whatever it is.
Bring
Or
out that megaphone, that
yeah.
cheerleading megaphone.
Oh, there you go. Reference. Hey.
Yes.
Shout it like you are doing the announcements over the loudspeaker.
Hello. Good afternoon, class. All
Exactly.
right. Our
Thanks,
first one.
lunch.
Our first this or that. Homecoming dance or prom?
Homecoming. Because it just there's less pressure.
Yeah.
Homecoming.
I am so the same way. I feel like prom is made up where homecoming goes with the homecoming game.
Yeah, and it's fun. You get the game beforehand. Prom just feels like a chore. And even more so now. I I would have been a scrub compared to compared to how these people are doing prom now. Like it would have people would have thought that I don't even know.
Listen, prom is typically in May.
Yeah.
Um, I was in the prom generation of the poofier the better dresses.
Ah, see. Yeah. Yeah.
Hot,
Yeah.
hot, hot, hot.
Yeah.
Homecoming, I was in the generation of short dresses or
Yeah.
long, just like light dresses.
Cute little thing. Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah. No, homecoming was definitely more fun.
Way more fun. Don't,
And you get to do it in college. Well, I guess there's not a dance. There's a homecoming game, but
there's still a homecoming game. There's themes and it's fun.
yeah, there's parties and stuff. So it's like the
Parades.
version. So
I'm here
yeah,
for it.
I love it. All right. Pop quiz or final exam?
You know, I have to say pop quiz because the stress around a final exam, like I would lock myself in my dorm, in the library. Shout out to the fifth floor at UT. Like, I'm just, I didn't even know what I was studying. I didn't know if I was going to regurgitate the information or if I had to practice applying the information. Did I have to write an essay? I don't know. But if it was a
Yeah.
pop quiz, I didn't have time to think about it. I just had to do it.
Yeah. I mean, my initial thought was pop quiz because I'm like, I'm either gonna fail or I'm not gonna fail. Like, and I won't feel guilty about it because I didn't necessarily prepare. It's just
Yeah.
basic knowledge. However, final exam because it allows me to procrastinate and that's when I shine. So when I can procrastinate and cram those last 2 days before a final exam and write all my notes on two index cards, it is the best feeling ace in that thing. And I get all the rest of my, and that's the one with the biggest grade. So I'm like,
Exactly.
I,
Uh,
I want
I'm
the
over
fun.
here supporting the anxiety girlies.
Also, final exam means class is almost done. Like,
You're
you know what
right.
I mean? Like
No,
we're at the end. We're at the end.
I still can't
So,
support you. I'm sorry.
I guess it also depends on the day. Like, you know what I mean? And or the subject. But I would say final exam for me.
Football game or basketball game?
If I was still in high school, it'd be basketball because I had no idea what was going on in football in high school.
Had to be high school football for me because I was a cheerleader.
Yeah, I see. I played basketball. So
So it makes sense.
yeah. And the crazy part is my siblings, my brothers all played football, including my dad.
That's hilarious.
But not a lick, didn't absorb any of it. Shout out to my Kansas City Chiefs. It wasn't until I was today years old and moved out to Kansas City that I learned what football looks like for real.
Uh,
Uh,
well, I was a cheerleader and I had no idea what was going on. I was a cheerleader from when I was in fifth grade
I
all the
see.
way through high school.
That's legit. That's long term. I was a
I
basketball
still
player.
didn't know what was going on the field.
Hey, that wasn't your focus. Your focus focus with the audience. Hype that audience and hype those people on the field, kicking those goals. Um, people, I know a lot more about football now, but back then it was rough. Um,
7 points.
cafeteria, exactly. Oh, they got a point. Cafeteria food or packing your own lunch?
Pack your own lunch. I was never, ever, ever a cafeteria food girl. I would buy snacks in high school more than like any other time because I had more of a snack bar option in high school than I did in
Yeah.
like elementary school and middle school. But I have always packed my lunch and I always packed my lunch for work too, except for the few years that I literally lived in the epicenter or worked in the epicenter of all the food options surrounding me, and I would pay to have them delivered to my office in the same parking lot. It's fine, but pack my lunch.
Yeah, yeah. I was a cafeteria food girly. I mean, once my mom stopped making my lunch, that's when I went to a cafeteria because, again, as I mentioned before, procrastinator. So I'm not packing lunch. If I don't pack lunch by 7 p.m., I'm not packing a lunch. And typically I wasn't thinking about packing a lunch at 7 p.m. So
Fair.
um, that was always give me a couple dollars and I'd either get lunch or something out of the vending machine. Or the cool part is when I started in the junior and senior year, I started working in the school store as a part of my
Ooh.
marketing class. And that's when I hit the jackpot of food because I didn't even have to pay. So, so my money was actually
Um,
used to pay someone else to go to McDonald's for me. So it was a great ecosystem that I had. But no, I didn't have a packed lunch after third grade, probably. That's just the way it is.
it is what it is.
What
Um,
math class or English?
so I would love for someone to ask my boyfriend this question for me. I'm really, really bad at math. Basic addition and subtraction and multiplication, sure. But anything beyond that, I often get this blank stare of, babe, are you sure? Are you sure that's your answer? No. So English, really, really good at reading and interpreting and finding like all the context clues and the foreshadowing. I am an avid reader. If you could see behind this curtain, you would see my beautiful bookshelves. So, English all the way. Creative writing, I got you.
Look at that. That makes sense. I'm a mathy girl. Give me some nums. I mean, I took all the way up to calculus in high school, and then AP Calc, and then I took like AP Chemistry, which is also formulas and numbers, and um, loved, absolutely loved it.
I just really hope some of my distant high school friends watch this episode and think about me and AP Chem. Because I tried.
Man, yeah, math is it for me. I love me some math. English, I was there. I was in the class. My English teacher was bomb, but
Uh,
and I took AP English, which is the crazy part.
yeah.
Only because my favorite teacher was teaching AP English. So I followed her to AP English, but writing papers and all that kind of stuff. Nah, no, thank you.
My AP Chem teacher cried when I dropped the class.
That's good though. That means that they liked you in their class.
I was like, well,
Like, oh, sorry,
I
sorry, not sorry.
gotta go. Study hall or free period?
Oh, in high school, definitely free period because that is when we would go into the front, into the parking lot and crank that Soldier Boy. Um, and when I would give someone money to go get the contraband food that I needed. because I didn't have a car at the time. So I would, we would go outside and do a lot of stuff that didn't involve school, just outside in the parking lot, just doing like just outside wanting sunlight is basically what it was. But absolutely loved free period.
I'm gonna be honest, I never had the opportunity to do either one.
Oh,
So if it were up to me, I would obviously pick free period because then if I needed to use it to study, I guess I could, but I could use it for whatever else I wanted if I wanted to do something else.
very true.
Yeah, never had the option.
Yeah.
Group project or solo project?
Oh, dependent on the class.
Yeah.
Dependent on the class. More times than not, probably group project, only because it like forced me to meet new people or like talk to people that I hadn't really talked to in my class. And I actually got some friends from that. And so group project because it allowed me to network more. As a Granted, as a high schooler, I wasn't like, ooh, let me network. It was just like, you know, as an adult, I know that I was networking because I was, meeting people in different sports and different you know, backgrounds and all that kind of fun stuff. So that was the fun part. But sometimes the payoff wasn't that great, and it was like, why?
Hard pass on the group projects for me. I was always the person that was like, come on, guys, we got to do the actual
Um,
work. Who's doing this
yeah.
part? Who's doing this part? I was always the orchestrator, and ugh, it never went the way I wanted it to go ever. I was always a solo project person. But like the thing is that my graduating class was relatively small.
Hmm.
So I knew how everyone worked. I knew how everyone operated. We knew each other. It wasn't like I needed to go make new friends. Like I knew these people. And I
Yeah.
knew who was going to
Okay.
contribute, who was not going to contribute, who was going to goof off the whole time, who was going to sleep, who wasn't even going to be there the day of the presentation. Like I knew these things.
That's fair. That's fair. That's good. That's good deductive reasoning.
Solo
Um,
project. And that's where I stopped learning how to collaborate with people and had to reteach myself. The more you know about Courtney. Yay.
gosh, that's hilarious.
Oh, goodness.
Because I was gonna say, being in group projects more helped me be a leader as well. Because normally I'm the like, just like the chill and mind my own business. But like when people weren't getting ish done, and I was like, look, my grade, I'm trying to pass. It got a little feisty in there sometimes, but
I did the group projects because I had to. And same. Like, excuse me, I'm going to delegate and you're going to do this and you're going to do this and you're going to do this because I had no choice.
that's
I didn't
hilarious.
like it.
That is hilarious, Courtney. That is hilarious. Um, okay. Morning classes or afternoon classes?
Listen, I already know your answers to this. I am morning classes all the way. Get it out of the way. I was the one that I'm thinking more of like college, but also high school. I got there so early. I would sit in the band hall and wait for my friends to get to school and we'd just all meet there. Like my locker was always the meeting place. And I just, for some reason, I remember like my sophomore year or my junior year, I don't remember which year it was like right by the band hall. And that's where we would meet every single morning. I was there at 7 a.m. School didn't start till 7:40. That was my life. Same thing in college. I got to campus at 7 a.m. I didn't have classes till 9:30. I organized my whole life. I drank my coffee. Tell me more about why you like afternoon classes better.
Because of everything you just said. That's just everything you just said. I can't believe that is, look, that is amazing. I am so happy for you.
I'm
That
like, this is
obviously
the
worked
way.
out.
And then I have my whole day ahead of me.
The classes are going to be at the same time, no matter what time you get there. So you're not gaining anything by getting there early. Now, granted,
Preparation.
your coffee, your preparation, the meeting with the friends, that I would see my friends in class, like, and more than likely, I mean, when I had to ride the bus, obviously it was a different story because I had to catch a bus to get there. when I got my car in high school, oh, your girl was rolling up 5 minutes before the bell rang. Like just enough time to park, walk myself in. Every book I needed was in my book bag, so I didn't have to go to my locker before class. And I
Fair.
went to the first period, sat myself down. Um, I would see my friends later. We would talk later. Ain't nothing I need to do that early in the morning. Again, I don't pack a lunch. I don't, I don't have pockets of time. I just like everything but like here, here, here.
You would have been that friend that I'm like, yeah, I'll save you a seat.
Yeah, I was probably yeah, honestly, probably. And like me, and the thing is, you have to have that balance, right? So the people that get there early, hey, save us some seats in the back, like, or save us some seats here. And then you
Hmm.
had the friends who got there just on time, and everybody just knew their place. Like everybody just knew, like this is how it's gonna roll. No, I did not. If I didn't need to be at school early, absolutely not. I think also too because I had to stay after because of practice was usually right after school. I was not spending any more like time in that school than I needed to. Um, and eventually I just started taking the same classes as my friends, and then we just would see each other throughout the day. So
I'm here for it.
I'll see you at lunch. Like I'll see you in. But yeah, no, that was the same in college too, actually. Not many night classes. Actually, I hated night classes in college because I actually had jobs and stuff to do. So yeah, so opposite when I got to college. And I couldn't nap. It was bad, but yeah,
Yeah, I didn't do
definitely.
night classes in college. I also didn't do 8 a.m. classes. Like there was a happy medium. 9:30 was the earliest I would take a class in college.
Oh gosh, I took a 7 a.m. class in
Ew,
college and a 7 p.m. class. It was the worst.
that's terrible. That's a
I
hard
fell
pass for me on
asleep.
both ends.
I fell asleep in the 7 a.m. It was only 50 minutes too. It was my shortest class. Every single morning I fell asleep. And guess what the F I got an A in that class. It was art appreciation. So like interpreting art, I was like, oh, easy.
We're gonna interpret art at 7 a.m., guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Great.
Didn't slept all through that class.